Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming into this essential oils Zoom. I want to share with you how these oils of doTERRA's can really be life-changing and share some examples and experiences we've experienced in our own home. Um, my name is Sherry Biddick, and I am a wellness advocate with doTERRA. I've been utilizing the oils for about 9 years now. doTERRA has just celebrated their 16th birthday, so they've been around a little while, and I want to share with you pieces of information on doTERRA and how important they are in really changing the landscape of essential oils and using them in a medicinal manner. So, doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. It's also the most trusted. It is, I'm going to share with you the top 10 oils that I feel that should be in every home, that no home should be without, because they've just really been transforming in the way people look at and care for their families and to empower. So I know I met a lot of you at the YMCA event on Saturday, and my passion is really helping parents with having resources, having tools in their home to allow them to care for their children and themselves naturally, effectively, and cost affordably as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get my screen going and share with you about essential oils. So probably you would like to know, what are essential oils? And they are highly concentrated compounds found in roots, flowers, seeds, bark, and other areas of plants. Modern medicine has only been around for about 100 years or so. And what were they doing before modern medicine came through? We were utilizing plant medicine. How modern medicine came about was actually through these concentrated compounds that we utilize for essential oils. And the take, for instance, aspirin. We know aspirin is made from the bark of a willow tree. And if you look at some of the medication we are familiar with in today's world, you'll quickly find that the origination of these medicines are coming from the compounds found in plant medicine. Now, I want to share with you the doTERRA difference. There are several essential oil companies out there on the market today, but what really sets doTERRA apart is our quality. It's non-toxic, all plant-based products. We offer CPTG, which stands for Certified Pure Tested Grade, which is doTERRA's promise to us that each batch has gone through rigorous testing and is proven to have no chemicals, pesticides, or any contamination that shouldn't be in there. And keep in mind, this is done by a third party. So we're not just testing the oils ourselves and saying, yep, they're great. We actually have an outside source, and they are also making sure that the proper amount of compounds that are in each batch should be there and should be there as nature intended. Now, we utilize oils from all around the world, and many of these areas that we source oils from are from underdeveloped countries. doTERRA has come up with a brilliant way to give back to these lands, and they help supply farming equipment and so many different ways that they give back to the farmers. So they don't try to take over these farms, but in actuality, they co-op so that the farmers can do what they do best and perhaps what they've done for hundreds of years through their families and through their generations. The doTERRA also will go in and they assess the needs of the communities so that they're able to offer assistance. And in some ways, they have come into areas where they might need medical clinics, they might need schools, they might even need running water, and so much more. Now, doTERRA has also partnered with Days for Girls, which is an organization that provides sanitary kits to empower girls in that region. Do you know that actually school-age girls miss out on school because it's that time of the month? Something that I feel here in Southern California, we just really take for granted. But they're utilizing dirty supplies and maybe not even having supplies at all. So this giving back in this manner is really um, it's really an impact in a life of one of these girls in an undeveloped nation. And I love that we're not just an essential oil company, we're so much more than that. Now, I want to share with you some of the health benefits of essential oils. There are many health benefits to using essential oils, such as soothing occasional skin irritations. Maybe it's promoting healthy digestion. Maybe it's supporting healthy immune function, promoting restful sleep, alleviating occasional pains, and so much more. On top of that, there are emotional benefits like calming, energizing, soothing, renewing, invigorating, and even uplifting. And I really love the science behind that. When we smell an essential oil, we will stimulate the limbic region of our brain through the olfactory gland. And that stimulates the release of some happy chemicals that maybe you're familiar with, like serotonin, endorphins, and even dopamine. Now, there are three ways to use essential oils, and I'm going to share with you some fun, cool, different tricks. So the first is aromatically, and like that picture shows, there is a diffuser. You can add oils plus water to a diffuser, and you're going to get that aromatic benefit. It's going to have the oils get into the air. You can also combine some oils in a spray bottle, add with water, and you can mist over your furniture or linens. Or another way you can use them is just applying a drop or two to your hands and inhaling that essential oil. You can also use essential oils topically, and I want to make sure that you are aware about diluting oils. So as the picture shows, you see a roller ball that's already been diluted with coconut oil. So if you're using an oil straight from the bottle, you're going to want to dilute with coconut oil, jojoba oil, even olive oil. And you're going to want to make sure to avoid areas like eyes and inside the ears. Other ways that you can use oils topically could be in the bath water, adding some essential oils to Epsom salts. You can add essential oils to a hot or cold compress, or even one of my favorites is I use essential oils in my moisturizer to really up level the benefits of having that moisturizer on my skin. Now, you can use essential oils internally if there are doTERRA. doTERRA is the only essential oil out there that has supplement facts on the bottle. And if it has the supplement facts information on the bottle, that means you can take it internally. And how I like to take some of our essential oils internally is through a veggie cap. You can get an empty veggie cap, put a few drops of essential oil, and put it in your mouth like you would medicine. You can also add essential oils to beverages. Think about a mocha as with peppermint, or even adding maybe citrus oils to yogurt or smoothies. What about baked goods? I'm thinking lemon bars with our lemon essential oil, or even lemon chicken. And you can add some oils to rice. I know Cinco de Mayo is coming up, and a favorite people have is adding lime essential oil to guacamole or even a margarita, just saying. So the common question I get is which oil should I start with? And I always suggest the top 10 because I feel like no home should be without. And we do have a starter pack with the top 10 oils, and I refer to it as either the small bottle kit or the big bottle kit. So let's dive in and show you what's in each kit. The first is lemon. Now, when I am sharing lemon oil with you, I am thinking about how happy it makes me. It's such a, I don't know, it's so invigorating. It really is an oil that when you smell it, it's instantly a smile inducer. Now, in addition to giving me a positive mood, if I add a couple of drops of oil to a spray bottle and just add water, I've got a non-toxic Windex. If I add it to my water, I am also digesting that lemon oil and really cleansing my organs like liver and kidney. And even it helps with respiratory support. So there's so many ways that you can use lemon and you can bake with it too. Lavender is probably a pretty common familiar oil. It calms anxious feelings. It also provides peaceful sleep. And this might be something you want to actually leave in the kitchen because it really helps with burns on skin. Speaking of burns, if you even have a sunburn, it can really soothe that sting, that burn of a sunburn by putting on lavender. A little tip I like is lavender and peppermint, and that really takes away the sting after a sunburn. So speaking of peppermint, peppermint is an oil that you can find many studies on for at pubmed.gov. And one of them that I want to share with you is a double-blind study where they use peppermint versus 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol. And they determined that there was no significant difference in the tension relief for those that use Tylenol versus peppermint. And that really spoke volumes to me because I feel like there's the efficacy of peppermint and there was no side effects. Many people who take ibuprofen and Tylenol, they're actually harming their liver as a result. So this is just one natural way that we can support our body with proper inflammatory response. I also love that this one oil can take away that heat from a sunburn. It can really open up our airways. It can be the oil that I go to for headaches. It could calm a issue with tummy, digestion, as well as it's my go-to for repelling ants and spiders. So I love that it's so versatile. Now, the next oil, this one here is known in two ways. Melaleuca, also it's known as tea tree, and this is actually one of our very best first aid oils. It's so great for the skin as it's cleansing. So if you have a cut, a wound, and it's starting to look a little red, maybe infected, tea tree for the win. If you have a child or maybe even yourself with some breakouts on your skin, adding this oil to your cleanser is a wonderful way to really clean and purify the skin and also work with it's usually bacterial that we're getting those breakouts from. So it's really helping to promote our immune system when it comes to our skin. And I know that there are some moms out there that deal with earaches for their littles, whether it's because of a swimmer's ear or just their child deals with ongoing earaches. Um, it's important to know that when you have these oils in your home, you have empowerment, and you don't have to wait until your child wakes up and is suffering from an earache or just can't go to bed because of their restlessness. You can put a drop or two of tea tree around the ear. I would also follow it up with lavender, and you're able to soothe that inflammation. It's also going to work on giving if it is bacterial, it's going to be able to really fight that infection, and you're doing it without medication. And I love that it is pretty immediate when those responses need to be felt right away so that your child isn't, tugging at their ear. They're not, getting just crying all night long and nobody's getting sleep. So tea tree is an amazing oil for all things ear infection and skin. Now, oregano is a powerhouse oil. It has been known for cleansing and purifying, and it's also really awesome for the immune system and digestion. It is a great, powerful antioxidant. It has a study on PubMed.gov that I thought I'd share with you. It was studied against 18 antibiotics and was found to have germ killing properties comparable to ginkgomycin. And I feel like I think if any of us were very concerned in, say, March of 2020, I think anyone that's listening is aware of what happened in March of 2020. This was so great to know that we had essential oils on hand when either it was difficult to get to the store or the stores had bare shelves. When that was something that we noticed, we reached for our oils that we had on hand, and I made sure to keep a healthy stock of these items because I knew that this was our first line of defense for taking care of our health and wellness. Um, a funny story is several years ago, I was traveling via airplane and I was taking care of some sick family members. And about a day or two after arriving, I noticed that I had that soreness in my throat, like, uh-oh, I'm getting a sore throat. And unfortunately, I packed an empty bottle of an oil that I normally go to for sore throats. And the only thing I had left was oregano. So I ended up putting 2 drops of oregano under my tongue and I went to bed. Now, it is such a hot oil that it actually made my eyes tear up. And that was just a natural response because it's pretty potent. And the really awesome thing is in the morning when I woke up, I did not have a sore throat. So think about that. Just 2 drops of oregano under my tongue did the trick. And I was smarter the next morning. I ended up putting a drop or two in orange juice and I drank that as like a little shot. And I never ended up getting sick that trip. So I loved that I was able to take care of myself in just a couple of drops of oregano. Now, frankincense. This is an oil you may be familiar with. It's the oil that was given to baby Jesus upon his birth, but perhaps like me, you didn't know it was an essential oil when you heard about it. It has wonderful, wonderful benefits for elevating our mood. So, my recommendation is just 2 drops under the tongue day and night. And if you're somebody that suffers from depression, anxiety, you're really going to see a change in your emotions when you start utilizing this oil. It's also wonderful for skin. Historically, it has been used by kings and pharaohs as a beauty oil. So if you're looking to age gracefully without wrinkles or without sunspots, frankincense is going to be your king of oils. And I just love that it's also been an oil that has really shown healthy responses for cancer. So if that's something you or somebody suffers from, I'd really want to help you and reach out to you and let you know how we can come up with a protocol. Deep blue is another great oil. It is soothing and cooling and it's comforting with pain and tension. It's a great thing to bring. If you have a massage scheduled, bring your deep blue with you and ask your masseuse to add that when you're getting your massage. And you're going to notice that it really is probably the best massage you're going to have. It's really an oil that dives deeper into your muscles and really helps with inflammation and supporting that pain. Oh, and by the way, that's an oil that I love using when our little has growing pains. I just add that to her legs and she's feeling comfortable in no time at all. Now, breathe, I like to say this oil lives up to its name. It promotes clear breathing and it even helps with restful night's sleep because it's opening up our airways. So it's going to quiet anyone that might be snoring throughout the night. So that's why we call this oil our marriage saver because it helps with reducing that snoring partner that might be in the same bed as you. It's also great for seasonal allergies. So anytime somebody's dealing with a runny nose, sneezes, all that congestion, Breathe is our go-to oil for that. Now, the next oil, On Guard. So that sore throat that I was talking about, this is my go-to for a sore throat. I usually will put 5 drops under my tongue, and I'll wait about an hour and see how I'm feeling. If I don't feel 100%, I'm gonna add a few more drops to my mouth, and I have stayed away from having sore throats for years. It's just been such a game changer. I love that we have an entire line of products made up from this protective blend. And we have toothpaste, we have throat drops, we have cleaner concentrate. This is the actually the only laundry detergent I've used for at least a good 8 years. And I love that this is something actually that's sold out in March of 2020. So all of us oilers who know how to protect ourselves against environmental threats and germs, bacteria, viruses, this is our go-to. And it's such a funny thing that we were able to deplete doTERRA's stock of On Guard as soon as that world shutdown came about. Let's see. So DigestZen, this is the 10th oil. This aids in all things digestive support. When you take antibiotics, if you have, that's okay. It's just be aware that if you have taken them, the antibiotic is going to kill all the bacteria we have, good and bad. And we have to have good bacteria because that good bacteria accounts for about 80% of our immune function. And sometimes those that have taken antibiotics, they might not realize this, but they've damaged their natural immune response. And sometimes you can get sick a little more often and easily because of the what the antibiotics have done to those good bacteria that we had in our tummy. Also, sometimes if people have taken antibiotics for a length of time, they've actually noticed discomforts brought on by medication usage. So DigestZen is not only great for maybe bloating or IBS, but it's also great for somebody who's taken medication for a long time and has had a lot of digestive issues. It's also great for, Thanksgiving. So think about foods that you want to really indulge in and maybe they don't like you. Digest and it can really help with that. Now, my next story is about an oil that is not one of the top 10, but I really want to share it with you because I feel like this is something that if you understood the power of essential oils, I think that you can really see how these are important to have in our homes. So a few years back, my daughter, she was probably about 5 at the time. She was on her step stool in the kitchen and she lost her footing, fell off her step stool, and her chin hit our kitchen counter. And I was right there. So I grab her and I'm trying to hug her and comfort her. And she pulls away. When she does, she sees blood. Now, if your kid is anything like mine, they get a little crazy over the top with blood. So um, I was able to switch positions with my husband. He comforted her. I went and grabbed an oil called Helichrysum. It is made from a little tiny yellow flower. And I brought that down. And I'll be honest, in the chaos of, all of that. I don't know how many drops I put, and I honestly don't know how quickly it worked. I was just putting some oils on her chin and right on the wound. And something about helichrysum is that it's a blood coagulator. So that means it's going to help stop the blood. It's going to stop the bleeding. And so within, like I said, I don't know, maybe it was a minute, maybe it was 2, I was able to stop the bleeding from her chin. And once we cleaned off the wound and we looked at what was really, in front of us, she had a gash about maybe a centimeter, maybe a little more. And I'm convinced that that size of a wound would have required stitches. And at the time, We really monitored her. We put a Band-Aid on. I put helichrysum on the Band-Aid and then applied it to her wound. And each day for a couple of days, I would just add helichrysum because it is such um, a soothing oil. It is an oil that helps with wounds and pain and bruising. And I was able to forgo some really big things like an emergency room visit, right? It was a little too late to go to the urgent care. So I would have had to have driven to the emergency room. I would have had to pay that copay. I would have had to watch my daughter go through the agony of getting stitches and possibly, being there for a period of time, right? Like hours and the copays that go along with that, the gas that you have to put in your car to drive there, and also the amount of time that she would have just been bleeding. So with one oil that I had in my medicine cabinet, I was able to care for our daughter, and I was also to really help our family save some money and save some headache with that experience. And I know that that doesn't always happen every day, but it's also really great to know that when you are in need, you have the tools. Just like if you think about, do you have band-aids in your home right now? And if nobody's actively bleeding, why is it? It's because you were told that you need to have a medicine cabinet full for when something arises. And that's what essential oils are. Nowadays, we're not going to them as only medicine. We go to them for so much more. And I really want to help share that with you if this is a path that you would like to travel. So when you go to a great restaurant and you tell everybody about it, well, that's what doTERRA has been like for me and also countless others. I'm sure you're asking, how do I get started with my doTERRA journey? Because you want to be empowered in your health and you want these amazing experiences for your family too. So there are 3 ways that you can get started. And first is just living it. Use your essential oils in your home for everyday use, for medicinal use, for green cleaning, what have you. There's essential oils in your home, and that's it. The next person is considered a sharing person. And those are who's watching right now and saying, you know what, I'm excited. I like hearing what I'm hearing, and I want to host a party and a class, and I want to earn a free product. That sounds great for me. That is something you can easily do. And then there's also the third way, which is building. And that's for people who have oils and are sharing on a larger scale, and you're incorporating something you love, as well as getting paid for it because you're teaching classes about essential oils and teaching others. Either you choose part-time or full-time, but no matter which way you choose, you're going to get started the same way, and that is setting up a wholesale account. Now, kind of like Costco or Sam's, you're not going to need to order every month. There is a wholesale account that you can walk into and purchase. You're going to get some emails from time to time telling you about the promotions and sales that they have. But if you want to reduce the toxins in your home, you might find yourself wanting to swap where you shop. And that's something doTERRA offers so easily. Now, there are 2 kits that I want to focus on tonight. Remember how I said there was the small bottle kit and the big bottle kit? So the one on the left is our small bottle kit. It is called the Healthy Start Kit. It's 165 and it comes with a diffuser, free shipping. And this month I have a promotion for that purple roller ball you see in the blue section down below. Now the right, that's the big bottle kit, and it's called the Home Essentials Kit. It's 280 and it comes with 2 diffusers. It also comes with free shipping. And in addition to that lavender roller ball, it also comes with a free citrus bliss. Now that's an oil I haven't talked about yet. That's a combination of citrus oils and vanilla. So it is amazing. And what I love about these kits is that they really address about 85% of the common issues that you might find in your home. So In addition to that, I am going to stop sharing my screen so that I can show you. Here we go. That's my little. Um, I want to share with you a few other things. So today is April the 29th. If you say, you know what, Sherry, I want what you've got, I'm going to put in the chat. Here, let's start the chat. I'm going to put in the chat my phone number. And I say that because I want you to text me. Uh, you can text me, I want the small bottle kit or the healthy start. You're going to be able to text me and say, hey, I want the big bottle kit or the home essentials kit. Or you can say, you know what, I'm not sure. Can we talk? The other thing is that if you've listened this whole time and you're like, thanks, but no thanks, just tell me that. Can you just text me, no, thank you? And I say that because I don't want to waste any more of your time and I don't want to contact you if you don't want to be reached out to. So I'll put you on my do not call list. So with that being said, I have a couple of really awesome bonuses. Like I said, today is April the 29th. And if you want to get started, I have an amazing resource book. This here is going to be included by me for free when you get started with a qualifying order. And let's say that you have a migraine. It's going to give you the oils that they recommend and a protocol how to use those oils. Let's say you're dealing with mold. Let's say you're dealing with cysts or crying or cuts or colitis. Those are great ways that you can use this book and know which oils that you need to have on hand in order to take care of those health issues. In addition to this book, you're going to get me and we're going to work on what your health issues are. And we're going to be able to really come up with a protocol that works for you or your loved one. So that way you're able to really start healing. If you're dealing with something, I would love for you to share that with me so we can look at what is important to get into your home and to really start that journey. In addition to this book, I am also going to throw in a really fun goodie bag with so many little fun things like MetaPower beadlets and a lip balm and some that deep blue that we were talking about. It also comes in a lotion, some samples of probiotics, and also a little aromatherapy bracelet that is got some lava beads, so it holds on to the essential oils. So when you're wearing it, you can walk around and smell your essential oils like that. So I am looking at the comments. I don't see any comments that I haven't reached out to and answered yet. So I'm going to say thank you so much for your time. And please feel free to reach out to me so that I can share wellness in your home and with your families. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.